Forza Horizon 5 has many W's, like the stunning graphics and the graphics. But there are also a few L's, so in today's video, I'll be going through 10 of the biggest L's ever taken by Forza in Forza's history. Anyways, 4,000 likes is the target, you know the drill. Also, this is meant to be a satirical, funny, haha joke video, so if there are any Forza fanboys in the chat who may get offended, then you know, you may want to watch something else. Anyways, without further ado, let's get to this video. Now, I love the car pass in Forza Horizon 5 as they are always new to Forza cars and they are typically very cool cars as well. However, there is one exception because in the car pass we got this 997.2 Sport Classic, which is a very nice car, except this was seen in Forza Motorsport 4. Yep, so this is an old car that they re-added into the game and made it paid. Yep, they really made us pay for a car that we used to have in one of the older games. I mean, surely this has to be illegal or something. Come on, that is a big L. Okay, now this is not Forza's fault whatsoever, but during the end of Forza Horizon 4, the Discord mods were moving mad, as so many people got banned for literally no reason whatsoever. I mean, Alex 7 says something like, I was his favourite YouTuber, and guess what happened to him? He got banned. Yep, he got banned for saying that I was his favourite YouTuber. And I believe AR12 also got banned somehow, which is very weird because AR12 really helped to put Forza on the map on YouTube, and he got banned for something, which is very weird. So yeah. Anyways, I've not touched the Forza Discord, but I'm assuming this is no longer a problem, but back then, oh my days, it was embarrassing. And that's why I had to mention it in this video, because that, my friends, was a big L. Now, I got early access to Forza Horizon 5, which was great. And in this early access, the drag strip had drag lights, which is, you know, it's very normal. We saw that in Forza Horizon 4 as well. And we also saw drag lights in the title screen. But in the full game, drag lights were removed, which is very weird. I mean, they quite literally debated us, as they say. They debated us. Okay, now yes, there is a drag racing update which is supposedly coming out soon, which will probably bring drag lights into the game. And you know, I'm really looking forward to this, but at the moment, there are no drag lights, and that, my friends, is a big L. Like, how can you show us drag lights in the title screen and then remove it in the full game? Like, that is clickbait, man. That is clickbait. Now, back in Forza Horizon 4, there was a time where you could very easily get banned for quote-unquote inappropriate designs. Which sounds fair enough, right? Like, you don't want to on the side of a car in a PEGI 3 racing game made for children. But this rule went very extreme that even ShinyOdd got banned for a design that he made. Okay, now I know that ShinyOdd is a strange individual, but this is the design that got him banned. And the reason why he got banned is because of the rising sun. Even though Forza even provides a rising sun sticker to make liveries with. Like, what is this? That is an outrageous L. How can you ban people for something that you added into the game? Honestly, man, it's like Rockstar banning players for running over people in GTA 5. Like, what is this? In Forza Horizon 3, there was a really cool feature where if you crashed into the mailboxes, Horizon Australia postcards fell out, which was so cool. And in Forza Horizon 4, there was the same feature, which was very nice. Except instead of Horizon Britain postcards falling out, the same Horizon Australia postcards fell out. Which basically revealed to us that Forza Horizon 4 was basically a reskin Forza Horizon 3. And in Forza Horizon 5, if you crash into the mailboxes, yeah, nothing comes out. Now, I suspect this is the case because Forza Horizon 3 postcards would come out, but they knew that would like reveal to us that Forza Horizon 5 is basically the same as Forza Horizon 3, so they just removed postcards as a whole, which is kind of annoying, and it's a big L. How can you remove this really cool Easter egg from the game? How dare you? Near the launch of Forza Horizon 5, players in the game heavily exploited the game to make money. One of these methods included the Willys Jeep. Now you might be wondering, how on earth can you use this car to make money? Well, on this car, in the car mastery tab, you can easily unlock wheel spins with a couple of perk points, skill point, whatever you call it. Meaning people would get those points, unlock the wheel spins, and then gift the cars to random people, meaning people got gifted so many Jeeps. Honestly, I still have PTSD from the amount of times people gifted me Jeeps. Like when I see this car, yeah, I get shivers, you get me? I get shivers. Thankfully, they now patched this, which is great, but at the time, yeah, this was a big L. Honestly, the amount of times I got gifted Jeeps, it made me stop going to retrieve gifted cars. Like, like the sight of this car, yeah, like, oh my days, it just annoys me now. Say what you want about Forza Horizon 4, but you cannot deny that it easily had the worst sounds ever. I mean, it wasn't like Gran Turismo bad, but oh my days, it was bad. I mean, so many of the sounds were reused on other cars. For example, the M2 sounded exactly the same as an R33 GTR, and the Civic Type R sounded exactly the same as a Celica, which is very unrealistic. Anyways, not only did they reuse the sounds, but the sounds themselves were really bad. I mean, if you drove a K20 car in that game, then you know the sounds were so bad. Like, listen to this. Honestly, how did we live 3 years with these sounds? That is absolutely crazy. Anyways, thankfully Forza Horizon 5 revamped the car sounds and they actually sound pretty good, which is a big W, but the sounds in Forza Horizon 4 were a big L. Like, they were so bad. I don't want to go back to those sounds. They were so bad. Now, I've never played the new Forza Motorsport game because, well, I'm not interested in it. But from what I've seen, it seems like the biggest flop of a Forza game ever. The graphics they showed in the showcase are completely different to what you see in the game. The progression system is so harsh and it's very boring as well. Whenever you start a race or a time trial, your car always ends up crashing. We still have the same stupid, ugly Forza Aero. There are so many missing cars from the older games. There are so many missing tracks, including the Nordschleife. There are so many visual glitches with the game. They blocked the pit exit on the Daytona sports car circuit with a tyre wall. And with this game being built from the ground up, guess how many car models they updated? No, one car model was updated and it wasn't even the S15. And this game won Racing Game of the Year in 2023 ahead of the Crew Motorfest. Now, when Forza Horizon 5 launched, the customization was great with loads of new widebody kits. But there was an elephant in the room, or should I say a bunny outside of the room, eh? That was a funny... No, it wasn't. That was enough from me. Anyways, Rocket Bunny was not in the game. Yep, it was removed. However, a year later, Playground Games decided to reintroduce Rocket Bunny into the game and acted like it was a new addition. Even though this was seen in Forza ever since Horizon 3, which was back in 2016. Which makes us think, was this really because of licensing problems that this wasn't seen in the game, or were they just lying to us? Like, what if they wanted to add it through an update so people would get excited even though it's old content, kind of similar to what they're doing with the festival playlist cars? So yep, this is a supposed L, though if they do have the license for Rocket Bunny since the start of the game, then this is a big L for Forza Horizon 5, how dare you? Now, when Forza Horizon 5 came out, the car sounds were great, especially compared to Forza Horizon 4. However, the BMW M3 and the 350Z had the sounds mixed up, because the M3 sounded like a V6 when it was meant to be a straight 6, and the 350Z sounded like a straight 6 even though it was meant to be a V6. It's like the devs didn't know the difference between a 3.56 cylinder and a 3.26 cylinder. You know, it's almost as if they were non-car guys. How dare you get non-car guys to make the sounds in the game? How dare you? But thankfully, 2 years after the game came out, we've had so many sound updates where they improved the sound of the cars. So now if you listen to the E46 M3, the sound is still broken. It still sounds like a V6. In 2 years and so many sound updates, how is this car still broken? Nah man, that is a big L, Forza. How dare, like what? This is not a V6, this is a straight 6. This is a big difference, Forza. Oh my god, it frustrates me so much. How dare they still have this wrong?